Second time. And the first time I said it was going to be the only time. So I'm going to try this one more time. Hi, my name is Tasha. I am a believer, wife, mom, crafter, and a teacher. I believe that I was supposed to do this years ago, and I'm going to be obedient this year. Not because it's a new year, just because I don't have time to not be obedient, to be honest. I have to move quickly and do what God told me to do so that I'm in His will. I believe a couple years ago, God gave me 2 big words, like scary words, those scary visions. And one was to start my own school. The other was to start something like this, where I'm talking to teachers and moms and crafters, and with the biblical lens of being a woman and who happens to wear all those hats. And I was scared as far as the talking part. The opening the school part was big, and that one seemed a little bit more like where my life would be headed anyway. But this part was a little bit scary because of some insecurities of mine and just being scared. And I remember just keep saying, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So I could no longer be afraid. And I just remember when I originally got the word, I prayed about it. I talked to my Bible study group sisters about it. And I was really, really afraid. So to make my fear ease a little bit, I enlisted somebody in my disobedience, y'all. I had a colleague who we worked together previously, and we, I talked with him about it, and we were speaking, and it was like, yes, let's do it. I'll help you. I'll go with you. And y'all, when I say we had a website, we had an email address, we had all of this stuff. We talked about it. We had plans. I got it like in my calendar from that year. We had did so much stuff, and it felt right at first, but with more prayer and everything, it just started to not feel right. So I fasted for a couple days, I believe, and then I just was like, nah, this doesn't feel right. So I got my husband to, he helped me craft this message because I wanted to be obedient, but I also I'm a little punk when it comes to like confrontation, even though people who know me will say I'm not, but I am. And I told my friend, I was like, hey, I don't think this is right. I think, we're not in God's will. I think we need to step back. And my friend was very understanding, and we put a lot of time and work in it to the point like we recorded, y'all. Like it was a lot happening, and there's so much that goes into it. I just, I felt overwhelmed. And so it was just probably not the time, but also not the way, excuse me, God told me to do it. So put that on the back burner. And I felt, very like I had did something wrong, like I was disobedient, and I should have, just did it when he told me to do it. And I should have prayed for him for strength. So I let that sit for a little bit. And as time would pass throughout 2024, I would keep seeing the prayer come up in my Bible app. It would keep coming up. And so I remember praying again, like, Lord, you can use anybody. Why did I think you couldn't use me? And my thing is, at the end of the day, it's bigger than me. Either I'm going to do it or he's going to get somebody else to do it. And I'm a firm believer, and I don't like to fail tests. Hence, I'm a teacher. I give tests. So control issues, we still praying on that. But I don't like to fail tests. And I didn't want to fail this test. And even if it meant someone else got to do this particular thing, at least I would be obedient with starting it and trying to be consistent with it. So with that being said, here we are. It's January 3rd of 2025. And I am going to pray for strength. There's a lot of stuff on my plate, but I always say you can't complain about what's on your plate when the goal was to eat. So I'm going to pray for discernment to be able to compartmentalize everything and be in order, and to make sure that I'm within His will. So with that being said, this channel is going to be all over the place, just like this conversation. My website is Creative Without Commitment. And what's funny is last year, the word that my Bible study leader gave me was commit or commitment. And I thought that was hilarious. I was like, wow. And I prayed on the word, and God confirmed it. And a lot of things happened in 2024 where I started so strong. And I finished some things, but I didn't finish strong. And so this year I prayed, and my aunt, she gave me a word, which was focus. And so I brought commitment and focus with consistency with me into 2025. I want to be committed, I want to be focused, and I want to be consistent this year, because I have so many things that I believe that God has told me to do, that without those three things I won't be able to do them. And I've committed to some things without seeking Him first that I have to deal with. And but I want to be obedient to those big, crazy faith goals of opening that school and getting this off the ground. So what I'm going to do is bring in my love of crafting and doing things and preparing things for my business onto this channel as I pray about words to get to teachers, because I do feel like we are definitely under attack right now. And I know that teachers are leaving the profession at a rapid rate. And I think that if we kind of leave like the social media trends and really seek His face, I think we'll do a little bit better. So it's a couple Bible plans that I have been looking at to read through on the channel and just talk about, to make sure that we're seeking His face first while we're in the midst of trying to teach others and prepare the future. And at the end of the day, He knows. So why not go to the person who knows for guidance? We're also gonna do things with the website, do things with the business, because I do believe that God spoke to me at the end of 2024, and He said, all you have is all you need. And I was like, Lord, I got a lot of stuff. What are you talking about? And so I told my husband that I'm a hoarder, you all. I will talk about that in another conversation. But I have so many crafts, because I love to do all type of crafts. I like to crochet, I like to sew, paper craft, planning, felt things, just anything. Pinterest is not my friend. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, these places, they're my I gotta pray for me, you all. I really get hyper focused on a thing. So basically, I'm going to use my stash this year, and I have three main goals. The first one is to use discernment and to seek the Most High in everything, and be intentional with my prayers, to my spending, to my posting, to my fasting. I just want to seek the Most High, be intentional, and be forgiving of myself when I make mistakes, because mistakes will happen. And I believe if I stay committed, focused, and consistent, seek the Most High, be intentional, and be forgiving, I will be able to have a successful year. I understand there will be some ups and downs, but I do believe that it's going to get easier. Like, as I'm talking, it's getting easier, even with the sore throat. But yeah, so I'm going to do a bit of decluttering this year, and basically I'm going to see what I have that may be useful and helpful to others, and put them on the website, put them at craft fairs, and see what happens. Because I do believe he said all you have is all you need, and I don't need to go buy anything else or do anything else. I can craft, do this, and sell those items to, one, help pay down some debt. I'm a teacher. I got a lot of student debt. I got some credit card debt, and I can save up for the school, as well as to be able to live and give how he expects us to. And I am a person who wants to give, but I do want to check, like, you know, my heart posture when giving, and make sure I'm doing it to give him glory and not myself. And I want to have fun, again, teaching. And I believe this is a way for me to have fun with it again, is to go through some things I've seen, maybe teach some teachers, you know, how to make some things for their classrooms that is cute, practical, and functional, as I like to have. I want to have things in my space that is functional, but also I want to declutter our space, because in order to have the daycare or school or whatever, we will move again, and let's just say my crafting stuff can take a small U-Haul, but I want to use it. So with that being said, this year we're going to sew through my stash, craft through my stash, plan for craft fairs, be intentional excuse me, with everything, seek the Most High in everything, and we'll see where it takes us. So I know this video may seem a little crazy, especially in 2025 with everyone with the, you know, the visuals and everything they have, but this is raw, uncut, straight to the point. Mistakes will stay in. I know I'm like looking everywhere. I tend to think and look up, but it's going to get better as I get better, and the Most High makes me better. But I do want to be obedient and get it out and just be who He's called me to be. So I pray that you stick around and we have a great time, and it's going to be a fun year. And as my website say, what have you created lately? Have a blessed day.